Yeah, we're fucking on, baby. This is the world's funkiest sing-along. Sing!
RUBBERFANS, rubber fans and funketeers.
Sing it!
RUBBERFANS, rubber fans and funketeers.
Well, all right, you freaks, get ready to jump because here he is, Mr. Funk Rock, Rick James and the Stone City Band. Hello, YouTubers and vinyl community. Welcome to the Funk Cafe. I'm DJ Funk, and if you haven't guessed by now, this is a tribute to Rick James. Happy birthday, Rick. Yes, February the 1st is Rick James' birthday, born in 1948. If he would have lived, he would have been 72 years old, February the 1st. Now, with that said, yes, I'm DJ Funk, and I am a big fan of Rick James. Always been a big fan of Rick James. And I guess that's why I'm doing this. So, with that said, I have a lot of material that I want to show, that I want to put up and kind of run through it rather quickly because you don't want the video to be super long, but we want to honor and celebrate the man, the king of punk funk, Mr. Rick James. So I'm going to get right into it. First album is what started it all, but really it didn't start his career in music. It just started his commercial career. Because Rick James had a lot of stuff going on before he had the big mega deal with Motown that launched him as the superstar Rick James as we know today. So with that said, let's get right to it. First album on the Gordy label, which is Motown, Come Get It, Rick James. 1978. It had You and I, Stone City High on here, Sexy Lady, Dreammaker, Be My Lady, Mary Jane, Hollywood, and Stone City Bye. This album did not miss a beat. Right out the gate, Rick James was showing that he was a force that is going to be reckoned with in this music business. Next, his release was Bustin' Out AL7. Come Get It was a $3 million seller, and that was really, really big back then in 78. Really big. I guess they call that triple platinum. Yeah, I think $1 million is platinum. So triple platinum, right out the gate. This, equally good, has the songs Bustin' Out, How on Your Love, Spacely Love, Cop and Blow, Jefferson Ball, Fool on the Street. We can get into saying what were hits and all that, but you know what? I'm a fan, so every damn thing on these albums was a hit to me. The only reason we call them hits because it's something that was played on the radio that drawed us to actually buying the album. Sometimes when you end up buying the album, you find out the song that they were playing on the radio that called the hit, you like something else on the album better than that. So that's where I'm at when it comes to albums. You never know what song you're gonna fall in love with when you buy an album just because the radio is playing a certain song and they release it as a hit. but everybody has their own way of looking at things, and that's what this vinyl community is all about. Everybody got their own opinions, and that's why I love watching all y'all videos. So let's keep it moving. Next, he had 2 top-selling albums. He was rolling, he was cooking. So he also want to show us that, hey, don't think I can just do it for myself. I can do it for somebody else. Next release under Rick James was, yes, Teena Marie. Wild and Peaceful with the airplay, I'm Just a Sucker for Your Love. And it also had that sexy Deja Vu on this album that also made it to the radio. So, this album was fantastic. Teena Marie's vocals, ooh, just a very good album. Teena Marie's first album, Wild and Peaceful. Now, 3 albums, Rick James is doing his thing. He's moving on. He is keeping Motown afloat. That was the story, that Motown was kind of sinking till Rick James came in with his flamboyant, charismatic way that drew the people in, and they just had to start buying those records. And of course, Teena Marie added the fire, and it was just money to be had for Motown. All right, Rick James, he is still on fire, so why not? Why not name your next album Fired Up? He's on fire. This album, Love Gun, was the airplay, but it got Fired Up, Love Gun, Loving You Is a Pleasure, Loving the Night, Coming to My Life, Stormy Love, When Love Is Gone. When Love Is Gone has a guitar solo on there that is fire. Coming to My Life, he holds a note. I don't know if he held that note or was it a note that was cut and he continued it, but it's a note on Coming to My Life that is crazy. Tavis, I know you like Rick James. Put on Coming to My Life, listen to that note he hits, and try to do it. Fired Up. Equally great, just great music by the King of Punk Funk, Rick James. Now, everything is going Rick's way. He's cooking. He has 3, if you count Teena Marie's album, 4 albums that are doing extremely well. All right, with that said, his band, the Stone City Band. Hey, can we get some of this love? Can we get into it? Rick James say, hell yeah. Rick James presents the Stone City Band. This album is fantastic. I guess the fans didn't think so because it really did nothing. But one song, Little Runaway, got the airplay. The reason it got the airplay because lead vocals were Rick James. Plus, the song is about almost 10 minutes long. And it's Rick James, and he's featuring not the Temptations, the Pointer Sisters on Little Runaway. But this whole album is great. The band is sounding just like Rick James, backing him up with the vocals, Levi Ruffin, Danny's on. I mean, it's the Stone City Band. All 4 of those albums, that was Stone City Band work. Stone City Band, why it didn't get no love, I have no idea. The album's entitled In and Out. So if you see it, snatch it. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Cuts on here, In and Out, Little Runaway, Structure Stuff, Party Girls, In and Out, Having You Around, South American Squeeze, FIMA, Funky Mama. It's just great stuff. Look at that logo. Doesn't that not scream Rick James? I don't understand it. Great album. Now, all that's going on, he has Come Get It, Bustin' Out, Tina Marie's album Wild and Peaceful, Fired Up. He releases the Stone City Band album, and everything is great. He is on tour. He is arguing with Prince on tour, but that's a whole nother video and story to be talked about. But nevertheless, everything is going great. He just touring all over, going everywhere, just being Rick James. All right, so after all the tour, after all the TV shows and appearances here and there, you know, he goes on vacation. But he wants to keep his name relevant. So what does he do? He throws out Garden of Love. Garden of Love. Now, with this album, everybody said it was a straight flop. They were like, what is this? What kind of crap is this? You know, he lost it. We don't want to hear this stuff because it's a lot of ballads on here. But let me tell you, he opens his album up with a song called Big Times. And basically, he didn't write it. Somebody else wrote it. But it's basically saying he made it in the big times. He got a thing in there, he says, I'm in the big times, gonna have myself a fine time. I'm in the big times, gonna have myself a ball. That's Rick James. And this album is fantastic. Don't Give Up on Love, Island Lady, Getting It On in the Sunshine, Merry-Go-Round. Oh, that Merry-Go-Round, they got a breakdown in there where he just hollers out, the music's going, and he says, get on the funk now. And the bass player just started kicking in. Boom, 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 boom. If you get this, play it, you would enjoy this album. Oh, Island Lady, maybe he met somebody, he was in love, because that Island Lady, oh, it is, to me, it's straight fire. You know, he got a lyrics in there. He says, my lady of the island, you kept me warm on traffic nights. You kept me smiling here on your island. I would love to stay, but like a bird soon, I must fly away. Yeah, man. Now, you know the funny thing about this? Now, all of a sudden, this album, it's sought after, especially the CD. The CD is up in price. If you get online and look, the CD is selling kind of pricey for a CD. You might can still snag this fairly cheap, but I think it's going up in price too. Because I seen a mint condition copy that was like $10. But sometimes record store owners, you go there, they don't know. You know, they don't keep track, you know, logging everything in, checking prices. You might sneak and get one from them, you know, that you got in the bin for $2 or $3. Hey, trust me, I don't care. If you see it for $10, grab it. Because this is a good album. Garden of Love, Rick James. Now, I guess it got back to him that, oh, Rick, wasn't nobody feeling that album. They say you lost your edge. What's going on? So, he get off. Well, he was in Hawaii. So he comes back from Hawaii, goes back to Buffalo, New York, takes in the atmosphere, takes in the streets.